Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Matthew and welcome to my channel. So for anyone that is a returning subscriber, as you know, most of my videos are reactions to either TV shows or movies. I do have one reaction to music, which is the Billie Eilish album. That was from months ago. So most of my reactions are movies or TV shows, but for today I wanted to do another music reaction because this artist I have been trying to get into for so long, but I just never have actually sat down and listened to her album. And from what I kind of know, based on like whether it's people I know that really like her or even just what I've seen online, is that you really need to sit down and listen to her album because she's more of an albums artist. And for some reason, I just never got around to it. I think because she terrifies me and intrigues me at the same time. From what I get from her vibe, it's like very like Americana, but like gothic and dark. And like I love like darker artists, like I love like Lana or Billie, but I feel like Ethel's goes even deeper into that realm. So I just have never gotten around to it. Now the only song that I do know, oh by the way, reacting to Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. That's gonna be today's reaction. The only song that I recognize is American Teenager. I haven't listened to it in a while, but that one I definitely know. Oh my god, some of these timestamps for these songs are long. Okay, so this will be a long video. I'll try to edit it as best as I can. Very excited to get into this today. If you like this video, then leave a like and comment what other songs or what other albums, if I should react to her other albums, or if there's any other albums similar to her that I might like. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into this reaction. Also, I will be reading the lyrics because I love getting into lyrics. First track is Family Tree intro. It sounds like a sermon, which makes sense. I need lyrics. Let me pause. Why does Spotify not have lyrics up? All right, because I need to know. I need to know what's going on. I need to get the full sense. I love the atmosphere so far. These crosses all over my body. Very Lana. Oh, I love the atmosphere and the harmonies. Oh, I got chills. Oh yeah, this is great. I can just imagine this live. This would go so hard. First track in. All right, I am already hooked. Also, okay, aside from the productions, the drums were amazing. The way that they were programmed, oh my god, so good. And her voice, the layers, it was kind of giving me in the beginning like Halsey vibe. Not her most recent album, but the one before, If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. That kind of like more alternative, like grunge sound that she had. That's what reminded me of at first, but then the drums kicked in and I was like, oh, we're on like a different stratosphere. All right, I just want to go into the lyrics because I think this is such an incredible comparison that she's making from like Jesus to herself. So she's starting off, she's saying, these crosses all over my body remind me of who I used to be. And Christ forgive these bones I'm hiding from no one successfully. So I like that line because it's like when you have bones or like skeletons, this is how I read it. Like when you have skeletons in your closet or you have things from your past that you're trying to hide, and you think that you're doing such a good job of like putting your past behind you, but no matter where you go, your past is always going to come with you, right? So I feel like maybe it's something to do with that. And also by saying Christ, like, and talking about God, you can try to run or hide as much as you can if you believe in God, but God sees everything and God knows. So I think that's a really interesting comparison that she's making. Whether that's what she means, I don't know, but that's kind of how I'm interpreting it. He'll scream and try to wash it off his fingers, but he'll never escape what he's made of. So even that whole thing where it's like your fate, no matter what he, you know, even if he wanted to sort of reject the notion that he was the Son of God, he couldn't, because that was what he was brought on this earth to do. And no matter how hard, if he tried to escape it, I feel like it's kind of saying like no matter what he would try to do, his fate would still end up being what ended up happening. Yeah, the fates, and then the chorus, the fates already fucked me up sideways, swinging by my neck from the family tree. He'll laugh and say, you know I raised you better than this, then leave me hanging so they can all laugh at me. So again, she's comparing herself to like the story of Jesus in a way, and how she's saying no matter how hard you try to run from your family or run from your past or run from your roots, no matter what, you're kind of going to end up how you're supposed to end up. And this whole thing too about, you know, he'll laugh and say, you know, I raised you better than this, then leave me hanging so they can all laugh at me. So it's kind of that thing of either it's physically hanging and kind of like how Jesus was left hanging on the cross. Or in her mind, it could also be like she's asking for help or she's asking for whatever from her family, and then they kind of just leave her. They kind of just leave her hanging. Like they don't help her in the way that she is looking for it. I don't know. That could be a reach, but I feel like I'm onto something. I wonder if she actually is a preacher's daughter. All right, track number 2, American Teenager. I remember I really liked this song when I heard it the first time. There's a real nostalgia vibe to this one. It does have that young energy, which is nice, which I like. Oh God, what a lyric. Such a good chorus. Talking about church, maybe? Oh, yes. Take it back. Come on. I got chills again. What a banger. I gotta tell you the truth. I have not listened to that song in so long. I actually forgot how good it was. I got full body chills already from the first, because when I listened to it the first time, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, right? So I think it came on shuffle one time. I never went through the lyrics, but this whole beginning part, it just it just paints such a picture of like wherever you are. I mean, I'm not in America, but it paints that like suburbia, small town, which I can relate to. Grew up under yellow light on the street, putting too much faith in the make-believe and another high school football team. The neighbor's brother came home in a box, but he wanted to go, so maybe it was his fault. Another red heart taken by the American dream. That paints the picture so well of what the feeling of the song gives, what the rest of the song is. Because I said in the beginning, I was like, it feels like nostalgia. Another red heart taken by the American dream. It's such a beautiful line. And even the second verse, Sunday morning, hands over my knees in a room full of faces. So it's like Sunday morning, you're at church after you probably went out partying and drank way too much Saturday night. And then she's asking, Jesus, if you're listening, let me handle my liquor. And Jesus, if you're there, why do I feel so alone in a room with you? That's another good line too. And as someone that also, I'm Catholic and I've gone to church kind of all my life. And so for me, I mean, you don't even need to necessarily be someone that goes to church. It could just be someone that maybe you have faith in something, whatever it may be. And even though you do have that faith with you, and your faith is something that is so important to you, but sometimes you question, you feel maybe a bit lost, or you feel alone, or you feel like maybe your faith is the only thing that you can have to grab onto in that moment. So that's a really special lyric for sure. Okay, next up, A House in Nebraska. Oh, got some piano, different, more of a ballad maybe. Sing it to me all day long. She kind of sounds like the singer from London Grammar. Is anyone else familiar with that band? I really loved their first album, and her voice is reminding me a lot of her voice is really the standout on this track. Nice backing vocals. I will say the way they did the production and her saying I feel so alone, it definitely feels like she's still in that like apartment, and it's like an empty apartment room that she's just singing. So if that's the vibe that they're trying to go for, they definitely nailed it production wise. She produced this? Did she produce this whole album? Guys, she produced this whole album? Oh, she's like talented. Okay. I get it now. Okay. So that was House in Nebraska. I will say so far, that one was my least favorite. It was still very good, obviously. And like I said, her voice really was the focal point of the song. But overall, compared to the first two, I feel like it just didn't really grab me as much. However, I did really love the third verse when she said, you know, I still wait at the edge of town, praying straight to God that maybe you'll come back around. I cry every day and the bottles make it worse because you were the only one that I was never scared to tell I hurt. I think that's such an incredible set of lyrics because you can really picture even just the way that the music was kind of swelling up, and you can really picture this woman, just this character standing at the edge of, whether it be, she says the edge of town, I almost picture it as like the edge of like a cliff or something, or maybe on a bridge, or just maybe it is the edge of town and it's like you're in an open highway and there's a sign and it's just, and you're debating, do I move forward or do I still stay here? And so I think that's really what she's grappling with in this song, and I think that she did an incredible job painting that picture. Next song is Western Nights. Okay, now we got a little synthesizer going. I am shocked that she produced every single song. I'm assuming she did. So far, she's produced the first three. Yeah, produced by Ethel Cain. This is incredible, guys. She's not like an independent artist, is she? I think she's signed to a record label. No, girl, no. See, we don't need to do that. I hope it's not where we're going, where I think we're going. But if you love me like you say you do, would you ask me to? That's a good line. If you loved me, would you even ask me to do something like that? This is very Lana, this one. So let's always be together no matter where we are. Nice production. It's like she's driving on the highway. I like that a lot. Wow. I haven't spoken to my daddy in a long, long time. I like that. Can I just say I'm loving so far that these are like full storytelling songs, and that she's not afraid to do a long intro, a long outro, a switch up, or even not a switch up, and just keeping it kind of the same and just slowly building on it. I think it's so refreshing. All right, Western Nights. I really like that one. Again, it's not, I think the top two so far have kind of like had me in like a chokehold, but this one, I'm gonna add it. I'm going to add it because I think that it was really, I loved the storytelling and I loved the picture that I was like visualizing as I was listening to it. And I just imagine, I mean, it starts off where she's like, you know, we're on his Harley in the parking lot, breaking into ATMs. So it's kind of like where I get this feeling that you're on the run, right? Or that you're maybe escaping the neighborhood that she was talking about, maybe from the track before. Now they're escaping together. And I just picture the whole, like if there was I don't know if there's a video for it, but if there was, I picture it like sort of them on the highway, then showing them in different motel rooms across America, like just like, I don't know, that's what I'm picturing. So very much on the run. I really love this, and I love the line, clinging on to you like some love blind addict. I think that's just a great line. Love blind addict. I love that. I really like that one. I'm getting the vibe now. I think the first two, especially American Teenager, was very high energy. I don't know if we're going to get that again. If we do, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. If not, then I'll be happy with that too. Let's get into track number 5, Family Tree. These crosses all over my body remind me of who I used to be. This one sounds familiar, but I don't think I've heard it. And Daddy said shoot first and run and don't look back. So I guess her dad is not a preacher. So like a baptism, reborn, rebirth. I'm back with your white horse symbolizing like purity and strength. Oh, this is nice. It's kind of sexy, y'all. I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it. Whoa. I like that deep tone. Can we hear that again? I feel like this is like either the devil or like an alter ego, or it's like a man that's telling her. This is sexy, y'all. And this is a callback to the intro. That was a bit of Florence. Oh, yes. Oh my god, this live, I got chills again. Yeah, I got chills. That's getting a mark just for that outro. I gotta say, these are long songs and they don't feel long, which is what you want. These crosses all over my body remind me of who I used to be. Let Christ forgive these bones I've been hiding and the bones I'm about to leave. I like that because you can think of it in multiple ways. Yeah, like was this nominated for any Grammys? Like alternative, probably not pop because it's not really pop, but like I really like the Let Christ forgive these bones I've been hiding, because like I said, you can kind of think of it like parts of your past, like the skeletons in your closet, that kind of thing. Or she's saying I've killed before and I've killed again and all this stuff, right? And then in the other song she says I'd hold a gun if you wanted me, if you asked me to, but if you really loved me you wouldn't ask me, like that kind of thing. But then if you're thinking about the whole thing of like the other songs where it's like in Western Nights she's like I'm on the run with him and all this stuff, you could also think of it as let Christ forgive these bones I've been hiding, like actual bones, like actual people, and the bones I'm about to leave. It could either be, suicide, or it could be killing another person, or it can just be a symbolism for the sins that she's committed in the past and then the sins that she's going to keep committing, even if she tries to change her ways. But inevitably people are going to commit sins no matter how hard you try, right? So there's so many different ways to think about this. All right, so track number 6, Hard Times. Oh, like Paramore. However, I doubt it's going to sound anything like that. This one has a softer sound already to it. So growing up fast. Oh, I am so sorry. I just read the annotation on Genius about the 9 going on 18 line, because it was I was like, why is it highlighted in yellow? Okay. Wow. Okay. For anyone that isn't familiar, it says the song details sexual abuse Ethel suffered at the hands of her father at the age of 9. So yeah, that would make you, it would mess up your way of thinking about age, and you would maybe in your mind try to pretend to be older than what you are because you're not actually, you never had an actual childhood. Wow. Okay, I need to all right, that's actually good to know, to have that information. Okay. Wow. And that would explain a lot about in the previous songs why she doesn't speak to her father anymore or anything like that. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep listening.
A little girl who needs her daddy real bad. In the corner on my birthday.
God, sorry guys. I there's nothing that I could say that would put into words obviously how incredibly important this song is. I can never understand how a parent could ever do that to their child. Yeah, the last, I didn't realize in the outro she kept saying too tired to move, too tired to leave. I didn't catch that until I was reading it, and I saw it at the very last line is too tired to move, too tired to leave. And like, I mean, you can think of that in many different ways, but it tells you a lot. The song gives a lot about that kind of ties everything together. That is so personal to put on an album. I have a lot of respect a lot of respect for Ethel right now. That's incredible. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay, let's move on. Track number 7, Thoroughfare. Oh, this is Act 2 of the album. So this is now, a switch. Okay, good to know.
You had to get out and go chasing it, so you call.
So it sounds like his childhood was different than hers. And maybe that's what attracted her to this person.
On the thoroughfare.
What is a thoroughfare? A road or path forming a route between two places. A main road in a town. Okay.
So we made off a cat.
Nice production switch. This sounds more airy, more breezy, like California. Less like Western.
You said
The production on this album is incredible. Incredible. Like, I don't know how I've never listened to this album. All right. So that was Thoroughfare. That was the longest one, right? Yeah, 9.5 minutes. The longest track on the album. I will say that was the first song that I felt like, okay, this could have ended like a minute ago or like 2 minutes. Like the last part I think was good because, like I said, it kind of felt like there was a sense of like freedom and lightness to it, which was nice to kind of symbolize the transition of the story in the album. But I don't think it was necessary. So yeah, that's the first song where I feel like it felt like it was 9.5 minutes, whereas the other ones definitely did not feel like they were past, the 4-minute mark. But overall, happy for you, girl. I hope that, this man is good. We still have quite a few tracks to go, so somehow I feel like maybe he won't be, but we can dream. So, all right, let's get into Gibson Girl.
love me right now. You wanna get along with me?
Oh, hold on.
Belong to me.
I'm liking this so far. I like that.
Baby, if it feels good.
Okay, I kind of wish that we built more on the chorus, that it was bigger, but I feel like it's going to. Because that's kind of how every song has been so far, where it builds at the end. But I love the vibes of this one. This one is very different, but still fits like the album for sure.
Hate me.
Ooh, nice upper register.
Please don't tell me over me.
Are we gonna build? Yes, this is what I wanted. This is immediately going liked. How is this like one of the least streamed songs? Guys, are we not hearing the same thing? This live too would be so good. I need her and Lana to do a song together, please. That was so good. There was a lyric specifically that I really, really liked because I feel like it was such an interesting parallel to a previous song when she said, where is it? She says, you want to see me on my knees. You want to rip these clothes off and hurt me. What I find so interesting about that parallel is that in this one, she's talking about, being on her knees in a different way than in, which song was it where she was talking about being at church? Was it A House in Nebraska maybe? There was a song where she was talking about, or maybe Family Tree, I can't remember. There's a song where she was talking about having her hands on her knees and being in church, talking to Jesus, talking to God. And so I feel like that's a really interesting callback, but sort of using that imagery for a different way. And I just think that's really, really clever. All right, so next is Ptolemaea. Hopefully she says it so that I know the correct way to say it. This one has a lot of views for lyrics, the most on the whole album. Okay, I wonder why. No. No, guys, I don't like this. God? Thank you. White light, so kind of like the white horse that she was using before. Purity. Oh know, I fear we're going back. Ooh. Okay, this man is not good for you. No, 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 no. I will say this production is fucking insane. I gotta give it to her. As much as I'm not liking it, I have to give her the production. Hits hard. God, I have to pay attention. Okay, I need to read that ending. I think the last few lines clicked for me, and I think I'm understanding. I mean, I kind of got what was happening. So okay, blessed be the daughters of Cain. So now this is making me think. I never thought of this before, but like, oh, never mind. I was gonna say Cain and Abel, but Cain was not their last name. Cain was one of the brothers. Never mind. Blessed be the daughters of Cain, bound to suffering eternal through the sins of their fathers committed long before their conception. Okay, yeah. Blessed be their whore mothers, tired and angry, waiting with bated breath in a ferry that will never move again. Blessed be the children, each and every one come to know their God through some senseless act of violence. I am no good nor evil, simply I am, and I have come to take what is mine. I was there in the dark when you spilled your first blood. I am here now as you run from me still. Run then, child, you can't hide from me forever. Okay, so I think like there's this whole album. Oh my God, this whole album is talking about like running away from your past and from, you know, the things that haunt you and whether it's, you know, things that happened to you as a child or your family or whatever, or you know, bad relationships, whatever it may be, right? Your faith, whatever it is that you're running from. And so this whole album talks about that, and like really like every song has that kind of theme. And so I think that last part where it goes, I was there in the dark when you spilled your first blood. So kind of like when you made your first sin, I was there and I'm here now. And you can try to run from your past, you can try to run from your bones, you can try to run from all these things. You can try to run from the darkness inside you, but no matter how far you try to run or you try to hide from me, I'm always going to be there because I am inside of you forever. That is like, again, I don't know if I'm right or if I'm onto anything, but that's kind of how I'm interpreting it, and that's really, really crazy. The outro of the song explores the origins and the mission of the Daughters of Cain cult, whose teachings inevitably led to Ethel's death. Guys, I don't know anything about this. I don't want to know. I like my version, actually. I like my version much better. So we're going to stick to my version of the story. People in the comments, you know, you can, if you're an Ethel stan, I don't know what she has named for her fans, let me know. Okay, August Underground is the next song. I pulled up the lyrics and it's an instrumental. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, instrumental, okay. So we're just going to vibe. We're just going to sit within vibe. Oh, right into, okay. That was a beautiful transition. I mean, it's an instrumental. I appreciate it for what it is. I think from an artistic standpoint, good for her for putting it on the album. Do I think it progresses the story or the sonic, you know, vibe of the album? Not necessarily, but I respect it. Would I go back and listen to it? Probably not. Now we're into track 11. We got 3 more tracks to go. This is Televangelism. There we go. And so to evangelize somebody is to not preach, but it's like to spread the word of whether it be the word of God or whatever it is that you believe in. And it is to try and like sort of bring others in. So this, I'm thinking maybe has to do with like, you know, when they have like preachers on TV, who knows, shortest track on the album. It's only 3 minutes. So that's very interesting. It's catching my eye. Oh, this is also an instrumental. Okay. Is the last part of the album just instrumentals? This is beautiful though. I was excited for some lyrics. I gotta say, of the two, this one I would definitely listen to more. I'm actually gonna put I'm actually gonna like this one because when I do a lot of writing, and when I write, I could definitely listen to this just on like a loop. This is beautiful, and it kind of feels like you're like ascending or like you're healing from the whole part of the album. Honestly, if it closed on this song, I wouldn't have been mad. All right, we're just gonna go right into track 12, Sun Bleached Flies. If this is another instrumental, please no. Thank you. I see lyrics. Okay. I didn't want 4 tracks of instrumental, you know? Okay. Definitely seems like we're closing off the album in a more somber note than when we started. I like that when she talked about the church on Sunday, the organ started playing. Nice production touch. This one has kind of an 80s feel. Again, that same theme of like running from your past. Very anthemic feeling. It definitely feels like a closing track, even though there's one more, but this feels like it's kind of rounding out what she's singing about throughout the whole album and giving herself the allowance to move forward with her life. I like that like saxophone or something in the back. This is beautiful. It really rounds out the record in a huge way, especially that bridge, that final part. Yeah, I'm adding that. And now, final track 13, Strangers. How's she gonna end it? This has been such a cohesive body of work.
I tried to be good, am I no good?
Why does that line make me think about like a crime scene, Polaroid and evidence? That's usually when someone's missing, right? I think. I will say I like the sound of this one a lot. Oh, this is nice. Yep, this is getting liked.
I'll see you when you get here.
Okay. So that was Strangers. I need to know what that Polaroid line meant, if there's a thing. Ethel will be remembered through grisly crime scene Polaroids. Okay, so like I said about like crime scene, that's kind of what I thought. Assumedly taken when police eventually discover Isaiah and the daughters of Cain, stored as police evidence in a box somewhere. Who's Isaiah? Is there lore? There must be like Ethel Cain lore that I don't know. Should I have like listened to her other albums before this one? Is there a continuing story from her previous work that I should know about? Look, I don't know. Someone in the comments, please fill me in if you have the information. My whole analogy of this album probably seems stupid because it's probably all wrong, but you know what? Honestly, I don't care because the way that I interpreted it was the way that I was able to connect to it, and I genuinely really enjoyed listening to this album. I don't know why it took me so long to listen to it. Again, I think Ethel Cain was one of those people that I always kind of heard the name and I saw the visual, like I saw the album cover everywhere. Everyone was posting it when it first came out and I was intrigued, but for some reason I just never really got around to actually pursuing it and listening to it, and I'm so glad that I did. As of right now, my favorites were Family Tree, so the intro, American Teenager, Western Nights, Family Tree, oh my god, I didn't even realize that Family Tree, the intro, and oh my god, see, when you're listening to somebody for the first time, you don't always catch certain things, so I liked both the intro, Family Tree, and the track, Family Tree. Gibson Girl was amazing. Televangelism, I liked that instrumental. Sun Bleached Flies, and Strangers, I liked as well a lot. My ranking may change. I'll put up a ranking on the side somewhere here. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this reaction, hopefully it's not too long of a video, but if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and comment what your favorite songs were from this album and if I should listen to more Ethel Cain. And again, like I said, comment the lore, tell me the story behind it. If there's a story within this album, within the concept that I didn't catch, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And yeah, and if you like this one, subscribe for more videos similar to this one. I will be doing also more film and TV reactions as well. But if there's any other music reactions that, you think I might like based on this vibe or this album, then please let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.